Hey, how's it going? Kevin Winters here, Rcjerz on YouTube. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos on a new brand. The brand name is Sparko, as you can see here in the top right corner of the box. This is their brand new 1/8 Nitro Buggy kit. The model is Formula 8, as you can see here in the bottom left corner of the box. F8 for short. So this is a brand new buggy out of Asia. It's made in Taiwan, where a bunch of other buggies are made. The US distributor for this car is in the top left corner of the box, Power Hobby. And they are located in New Jersey, on the east coast of the USA. I'm also located in New Jersey, so I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos on this car. This video is just going to be a basic overview on the car and just showing how it comes out of the box. I'm going to show it after it's built, and I'm going to be just doing a basic overview of what it comes with and how it comes out of the box. And I'm going to be having a bunch of videos on this car, so subscribe and stay tuned, because I'll have a bunch of videos on track of this car. I'm going to have setup stuff on this car, option part videos, just basically everything about this car. I'm basically going to cover as much as I can about it, and I'm going to be having new content out frequently. So yeah, stay tuned, and here's an overview of it. Alright, so this is the box. Custom Power Hobby Sparko box. There's the back of the box. So I'm going to break the seal here. So this is the way the car comes. So you get Power Hobby stickers with the car. There's your instruction manual. That's bag A. Also, it comes with stickers, wing stickers. This is front wings and wings for the upper front arms, if you want to use those. This is the front shock tower and front upper arms. Here's the wing, fuel tank, the shocks. Comes with some oil, some grease, a wheel wrench, you know, some oils. Here's the radio tray. This is the body that comes with. Unique style body. It kind of reminds me of an older buggy body. Air filter, the high flow air filter. The linkage. Bell cranks. This is the rear arms, rear shock tower. Hexes, caster blocks, universals. Front arms, pills, blocks, gearboxes. Here's the rear universals, hubs. Here's the center diff mount, brakes, Here's the front steering linkage. Here's the engine mount, the clutch bell. Here's all 3 diffs. And here's the chassis. Side guards, chassis braces. And that's how the car comes. So you're going to build it up and do an overview of the car when it's built. Alright, so we're going to start off with the front end of the car. This is a C-Hub style car. You can see stock, it comes with a metal 16-degree caster block. There's an optional 20-degree caster block if you would like more caster. The steering block is 0 kpi, so 0 inclination in the kingpins into the caster block. There's bushings in the steering block, and there's also bearing holders inside the steering block, so the bearings coming out nice and easy. Some cars, they get stuck in. This one seems to be pretty nice with that. You could see the front upper arm here is a different design than a lot of other C-Hub style cars. So this is a unique design. It comes with carbon plates that you could stiffen the upper rear arm with, and you could take them out if you want it to be less stiff. So you adjust the front upper arm with pills in the shock tower like you would on a pillow ball style car. You go up and down, side to side, in the quarter, angled, and you adjust the rear pills on the rear plate too. If you would like to put a link on this car, you can. They have an optional link conversion kit that bolts right on and uses the pills as well. And then you could have a regular style link here, but you still use the pills to adjust the positions on the shock tower. For instance, the arm, if you wanted to make this a longer arm on the caster block, there's a screw down in here that you can make this piece go out longer or shorter, and you could adjust your camber from in there. And it has a carbon front top plate that's stock out of the box. It has the bell crank arm is metal out of the box. The Ackerman plate has different Ackerman positions to adjust the Ackerman there. 3 different positions. On the steering blocks, comes with carbon Ackerman plates here. So there's more carbon out of the box. So if you look below, the front bumper on the car is a bumper, but it's also a skid plate. So it helps protect the A block on the car, which is a nice feature. Some cars, you destroy your A block or you crack your A block. This seems to protect it and cover it up nice. So that's good for those rough tracks. So the center of the car, the fuel tank, is a clunk style fuel tank. See, it's got the stone clunk in there. It filters the fuel. It also has an insert that it comes with. If you need to adjust your tank to be roar legal, or if you go to the Worlds, if more Worlds, maybe you have to play with that to get your tank to be the correct CCs with your fuel line. So it does have a fuel splash guard on the tank. This comes stock. Comes with the opener stock, so that's nice. This is the pipe mount. The engine mount stock is a 2-piece mount. The center diff holder is a split center diff. So you take out the 4 screws on the top and the center diff top plate comes out, and that's carbon as well out of the box. The car comes stock with plastic servo horns. So one thing I would suggest is I always get the metal ones right from the start. I just built this car the way it comes out of the box to show you, but if I had to recommend one thing, I would get the aluminum servo horns, especially the steering. So you could see the center diff there. It's got a nice large diff cup for those long mains. Helps keep your power consistent. You can see the brakes there, the brake pads, the linkage. So one thing a lot of people noticed on this car, they liked the radio tray a lot, me included. So it's got a huge battery box here. I have the screws off to show you. So you just take those 4 screws out, and then you could put a long style battery in there. They're coming out with a custom pack for this car. Should be in the USA very soon. But you can fit other style packs in here. Some of the packs maybe you might have to cut this, but some fit right in. So the car has a transponder holder here, so you could put your MyLapse transponder there, and your battery wire could go right here so it stays sideways and the clip doesn't come out. And then also too, there's a sunken portion on the battery tray where the wires go down here and go back to the receiver box section. So I thought that was really cool. So there's the hole for the switch you could put there. Some guys are putting it here, some guys are putting it back here. And then they also have an optional part where you could actually seal this battery box and receiver section off. So they have plastic inserts that you could slide into there and seal it off, so no dust and water gets in there. Same thing with over here, which is, I thought, really cool. Definitely a really nice radio tray. They have a carbon optional part that goes over there. I'm going to do a whole video on the option parts, so subscribe and check out some other videos I'll have on this car. So I'll have a whole option part video. So I'll show a bunch of option parts as they come out too on the channel. But I think this radio tray is super nice, looks super good, and that MyLapse holder there is, I thought, a really nice idea. Just a really well thought out design. So the chassis has a nice hard anodizing on it. It's got the Sparko logo, the F8 logo, Formula 8. So the chassis design, thinner up front and then gets wider in the rear. And if you look, everything is pretty decent spaced out, you know. Car is very stable. Adds the stability to the car. And it's got screw holes for weights in the front and rear. So the car does use square captured hinge pin. So square pills there, captured hinge pins. The front of the car comes with hard springs. They have soft, medium, and hard. And the rear shocks come with a medium spring. And they have soft, medium, hard. And then also too, with the way the shocks go on here. So there's pins here. The pins go in. Some other cars have these. And then there's a screw on the bottom. So the pin goes in and then you put the screw in the bottom. So that's the way the front and rear shocks go in the arms. So I wanted to do a close-up on one of the shocks. Here's one of the front shocks. So here is the shock body, hard anodized. The shock collars, you can see how they have the little mark on there. 2 marks there, 3 marks there, so you know exactly how much you adjust it. Everyone's always taking their Dremels and, you know, marking shock collars, but these come right out of the box marked, so that's awesome. You got the shock boot here. The titanium nitride coated shock shafts. That's a nice feature. Normally a lot of kits you have to buy these separately. These are just stock like that. You can see the spring is marked here. H62. So they have the markings on the springs, which is awesome. The shock end you can see has the screw hole. So the shock cup locks right in, and then you screw it in and it doesn't come off the car. You never have to worry about if it's going to fall off in a main. And also too, the shock sits on there. The spring sits on there real good. So you don't have that issue of some cars where the spring ends up like that. So it sits on there real good. I like that. The shock cap has the screw hole, so you could run bladder emulsion with the stock cap, which is awesome. This is the bladder that comes with the car. The emulsion is the emulsion O-ring is a separate part. You can see the front piston is 6x13, the rear is 614. But yeah, I just wanted to do a up close on the shock. And that's the style pin that goes in the arm. Then a set screw in the bottom. And then just your regular nut on the top of the standoffs. Sway bars, it comes with 2 sway bars for the front and 2 sway bars for the rear out of the box. So 2.3 in the front, or 2.5 in the front, and then a 2.6 or 2.8 in the rear. You can see you got 2 extra sway bars, and they have a different style marking for the sway bar. So they have a sway bar style chart that shows these markings on it. So for the wing mount on the rear tower, there's 3 options to go up and down with the stock wing mount, so you could raise and lower it with the stock wing mount. I didn't want to put the wing on here because I wanted to be able to show you guys the wing mount. So the wing mount also has these little inserts, you could see that that one's angled. So you could change the angle of the wing from angled to flat, which is a cool tuning option. So 3 different sets. You can see that's a 0, this is a 1.5, and that's a 3. So you could change the way the angle of the wing is. So this is the stock wing. So you could run this in pretty much 3 formations like this. Then you could basically put this wicker bill on the back, run it like that, screw it in here, screws down there. And with the same wing, you could take this off. And then if you want it to have holes in the rear, to change the way your wing feels, you don't have to go drilling the wing out. You could literally unscrew it and then change this piece, and you could tune the same wing with the 2 different backs, or you could run it without. So you have 3 options to tune the same wing right there out of the box. So definitely a versatile wing there. So I thought that was a cool idea. Then also too, if you look at the wing mount, see if you can see it there. There's a little area that's sunk in there. You could get optional carbon stiffeners for the wing mount if you would like, on each side. And they also make a carbon top plate for this too, if you want to use that. So there's a bunch of options for the wing mount. And then also too, for carbon stiffeners in the rear center brace, you could see here they also have 2 holes and it's sunk in there. You could get optional carbon pieces to stiffen the rear brace up on each side. So that's a cool little option there. Then the front and rear arms on the top section, you can put carbon stiffeners in the arms, in the front and rear. So the stock arms are just the stock plastic. They also have an optional softer, they call it soft tough material. You can see they're marked with the little pink dot there. But you could put the carbon stiffener right in there. They have the 1.5 thickness and 2.0 thickness. But this is the arms for the car. So you can tune the car with those. So the car just comes with the stock arms. You can get the soft ones if you would like. So with the rear hubs and the rear arms, you could run 2 different positions on the rear arm. So you could run a longer rear arm or a shorter rear arm. And the hub has bushings in it. So you could run a longer or shorter. And you could go up and down with the bushing in the rear hub. So that's a cool feature because you could really tune the car more with that. You could go from a positive to negative offset with the same set of rear arms and hubs stock out of the box, so that's a good option there. If you see also too, there's a carbon plates for the rear hub, and you could really adjust it a lot. If you wanted to go all the way to the inside, then it comes with short link ends. So you could run the shorter link in the rear on the rear hub to the tower. So it comes with those two right out of the box. So the body that it comes with kind of reminds me of an older style body from like 10 years or so ago. Got a pretty unique design. Looks like a fighter jet. I know the first couple ads for the car had a fighter jet in it, so this seems to be based on more of like a fighter jet style body. Definitely a unique style body. Not just a copy off of, you know, a body manufacturer body. So that's a unique design there. The car does come with two different nose cones. So you could put the different nose cones in the front of the car. So you have two options there that you cut out from the body. And then it comes with front upper arm wing mounts, or wings, front arm wings. So you could put those right on, screw them in, and you can see that it has lines, you could cut them down. So some of the pickleball cars, they use the upper arm wings. That's something I've never messed with, so I'll try that out. Comes with a wheel wrench, the car. Comes with Allen wrenches. Most people won't use those. Also comes with grease in the box. Comes with 600 CPS shock oil, 10,000 and 5,000 weight diff oil. So 10, 10, 5 is the stock diffs for this car. Comes with the little wing button for the wing. It comes with different plastic servo horns. So it comes with a 3-shoe clutch. See there, it comes with a 13 tooth bell. 3-shoe clutch there. And it comes with a bunch of pills for tuning, square pills. And it also comes with a Sparko sticker sheet, a wing mount sticker sheet. And if you buy it in the US from Power Hobby, it comes with a Power Hobby sticker sheet. Comes with the window mask for the body. And the air filter is a high flow style air filter. It does not come oiled. So it gets a lot of air into the engine. A lot of people seem to be going to this style of air filter. So another thing, the car does come with front and rear universals. You can see in there, in the rear. So universals in the front and rear. And then in the center of the car, that has dog bones. So for the gearing in this car, it is 1343 gearing for the front and rear diff, and the center diff is a 46 tooth spur gear and a 13 tooth clutch bell. So I wanted to show how the center diff comes out. So you loosen up those 4 screws on top, the long ones, and then you just pull up on it, and it's a split center diff design. So your center diff can come right out. You can see the dog bone there. There's the center diff. Nice big diff cup. 46 tooth spur. So yeah, split center design on the diff. That's always nice. Alright, so I wanted to show how the rear diff comes out. So you take the 2 screws out of the top of the gearbox, you loosen the back 2 on the D block, then you take the 2 out from underneath, and then you loosen the sway bar on each side, and then you take it off, and then there's your rear diff. Your rear diff comes right out. There's the rear diff. See, it's marked 4313. And if you see in there, the chassis is actually milled for the diff, so the diff sits pretty low in the car. Some other brands are starting to get the diff lower in the car. This car already has it like that. Alright, so I wanted to show how the front diff comes out. So you loosen the 2 screws on the bottom of the front. Then you take the bumper off. Then you loosen the 2 screws on the A block. 2 screws on the top of the gearbox. And then loosen the screw up on each side of the sway bar holder mounts. And then you pull the front of the gearbox cover off. And some people, they might loosen one of the shocks too to get a better angle to get it to come out. So there's the car with the front diff out. And you could see that the chassis also is milled there for the diff to sit lower. So that was an overview of the Sparko Formula 8. I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos on this car, and I'm going to have setup stuff on the car, videos, on-track videos, basically everything to do with this car, all the option parts. I'm going to be doing videos on those. I'm going to have basically everything to do about this car. I'm going to have it on my YouTube, Rcjerz. So feel free to subscribe, like, share, and feel free to ask me any questions on there. And Facebook is Kevin Winters. Feel free to ask me any questions there as well. You could get this car again at powerhobby.com, link in the description. Sparkoracing.com, as you can see down here. They have a bunch of pictures and the manual and all that stuff up there, option parts. And you can see all the parts on powerhobby.com. So, yeah, stay tuned, and a bunch of more videos will be coming out very soon. Thanks for watching.